So I'm a real fan of Zoe Saldana. Um, all the work she's done. I remember from obviously Gamora, uh, Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen her also in Star Trek, but she's a real good actress. Seen her other pieces. She has a show on Paramount Plus called Lioness, which is basically a very good, written by created by Taylor Sheridan, who gave us Yellowstone. It's about a covert operation and a terrorist group in Washington. Really good. Nicole Kidman's in it. Morgan Freeman's in it. Really good political drama and just very well-rounded show. If you haven't seen the show, I want to spoil it for you. I'm going to say a couple things that might spoil it for you, so I suggest you run off in three, two, one. So the idea of Lioness is that they're taking a female operator and putting it into a terrorist cell, very hardcore terrorist cell in the Middle East. So the idea is the lioness in there will do what they need to do. And the character they have in here as the character, the operative, is a fascinating character. They build her up. They show her as an abused woman and what happens. It's a great show. Watch it. If you haven't seen it, go ahead. It's really worth it because the acting is good, the writing is great. It's really worth your time. But I want to make a comment because it inserts the character into the hardcore Islamic world where the character that Linus is making contact with to get her into what she needs to do is a daughter of a very rich oil baron, oil producer in the Middle East, who is about to be married to a guy that her father selected, basically as a business transaction. She doesn't even know. She's met the guy a couple of times, and they're getting married. It is what it is, type of thing. And she's allowed to have like fun for a while, and then now she has to come in and get married, and basically have his kids, live in his compound, away from everybody, covered in a burqa, as someone described it. That's her life. She knows it. It's part of her life, but she hates it. So but the point is, there's one scene where our operative meets the husband, and the husband, or the husband to be, doesn't like her and he hits her. And he doesn't see fear in her eyes. She looks at her. He looks at him and he goes, he's confused and he wants to hit her again. She stands up and she's huge. She's a big woman, a tall woman. And she goes, hit me again. I'm just good. I'll clean your clock. I'll clean his clock too, the security guy. And the guy goes, and the man says, who taught you how to speak to a man? And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, that guy character is no different than Charlie Kirk and every one of these misogynist motherfuckers in the MAGA movement. He sees that woman as less than him, as should be subservient to him. All women should belong to them. Now, this is what they want to do. That's your choice. That's your religious thing. But I sure as fuck do not want that to become the United States standard. Because understand this. Far Christian nationalists treat women the same way as far-right Muslims and the Taliban. You are worthless to them. You are nothing but baby makers. Know your place, and you can be replaced by another one of yours. So that's another thing on the ballot today. Do not forget, not only vote for Kamala Harris, but Democratic down the line, because each one of those motherfucking Republicans on that ballot believe like that character that all women are nothing but brood mares and to be owned and not a citizen. Remember that.